Ayodhya is one of the India's most cultural and historical cities, which holds a central place in Indian mythology and religious traditions. Located in the banks of Sarayu River in the Uttar Pradesh, this city is known for the birthplace of Lord Rama, as which is most celebrated deities in Hinduism. However, Ayodhya is not just a religious symbol, but it is hub of political discourse, architectural evolution, and cultural integration for centuries. With an expansive history that dates back to the Vedic period, Ayodhya has seen the rise and fall of empires, shaped literary traditions, and inspired generation of devotees, scholars, and artists. The city has remained at the heart of significant religious and historical narratives, playing a pivotal role in India's socio-cultural evolution. Ayodhya's origin can be traced back to sacred Hindu texts and historical records. In the Hindu mythology, Ayodhya is believed to have been founded by the Manu. Uh, this city later became the capital of Kosala kingdom under the king Dashrath, and Ayodhya finds its mention in the Rig Veda, which is the oldest Hindu scripture, where it is described as prosperous and sacred city. The Atharvaveda refers to Ayodhya as the city of gods, emphasizing its divine connection. However, in Ramayana, that firmly establishes Ayodhya as epicenter of Lord's Ram journey. Written by sage Valmiki, the Ramayana narrates the life and exile of Rama, his battle against Ravana, and his triumphant return to Ayodhya. In later version of Tulsidas Ramcharitmanas, Ayodhya continues to be a place for devotion. Ayodhya is not only pivotal in Hinduism but also has significance in Jain and Buddhist tradition. According to Jain scriptures, the five Tirthankaras, including Rishabdev, were born in Ayodhya, making it an essential pilgrimage site for Jain followers. Buddhist texts suggest that Ayodhya was important center during the Maurya and Gupta periods. Some scholars believe that Buddhist monasteries and shrines once adorned the city, reflecting its religious diversity. Several archaeological excavations in Ayodhya have unearthed remnants of ancient structure that suggest continuous habitation of millennia. Findings include pottery, inscriptions, and temple ruins from different historical periods, the confirming Ayodhya's antiquity. The city flourished under Kosala kingdom and was mentioned in Buddhist texts during the Ashoka's reign. The Mughal period introduced the new architectural elements, and Ayodhya's landscape evolved in the Indo-Islamic influences. Ayodhya is deeply rooted in the Indian traditions and remain one of the most visited destination in India. Devotees flock to its temple, ghats, and sacred sites, seeking the spiritual fulfillment. Now, Ayodhya has many major temples like Kanak Bhavan temple, which is dedicated to Ram and Sita, and Hanuman Gadi, built to honor the Lord Hanuman, Treta Ka Thakur, associated with the Rama's rule in the Ayodhya. These temples showcase intricate design and historical narratives tied to Hindu mythology. The Jain and Sikh presence in Ayodhya. Ayodhya also houses Jain temples commemorating the birthplace of Tirthankaras. Sikh tradition attribute importance to Guru Nanak's visit to city, further enriching its diverse religious backgrounds. Ayodhya's historical monument display a blend of Indian and Indo-Islamic styles. Now places and ghats. First is Raja Dashrath Mahal. Second is the ghats of Saryu, and third is Vishnu Hari temple. These sites reflect the craftsmanship influenced by dynastic rule and religious devotion. Ayodhya has been a muse for poets, writers, and artistic across the centuries. The Ramayana and its cultural impact, like Valmiki's Ramayana, laid the importance for Ayodhya's legacy, with variations found in the different cultural traditions of worldwide. Ayodhya's significance portrayed is novels, plays, films, and adapting its mythological contemporary audiences. The city has undergone infrastructural, political, and tourism based transformation. One of the most monumental development in the recent years has been the construction of Ram Temple, attracting national and global attention. Ayodhya's pilgrimage tourism has expanded, leading to improved connection and hospitality of urban development. Ayodhya stands as testimony to India's rich cultural, religious, and historical identity. Whether the mythology, literature, or architectural, the city's legacy continues to inspire many generations and coming generations. Please continue watching this video, and in the coming clips, you will see many beauties and scenic areas of Ayodhya city. So keep watching, and please press the like button and do comment on this video.